Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Ready to Love, Season 6, Episode 12. Child, we done made it to the end of the road, child. This has been a whole fool. Do y'all hear me? If you are new here, then welcome. Sorry I'm being rude. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, or subscribe to the channel if you get anything out of the content. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. When the episode first opens up, the singles are having their final gala / brunch / get together sit around, child. Not Sharice still there for the free food, honey. Girl. Hey, girl. So at the brunch mixer, Kayla thought that Randall was going to come over and sit with her, but he went to sit at the men's table. Sis, did he even speak? Like, Kayla, I don't understand what you are thinking when you say these things. And you know Jamala is present, so he definitely not going to come to your table. So Kadian shows up, honey, attitude in tow, and she tells us that Swayze and her are into it again. Child, y'all ain't never on good terms. Not never. She said, after the wine bar, they were talking about what Tommy said, which was for them to create a plan. So Swayze got all over sensationalized when she asked what the plan was. And then when she got there, he didn't even speak to her. Well, honey, that says all you need to know. Swayze is a little bit immature, honey, but quiet as it's kept, you shouldn't even been asking him to begin with. Look at what's going on, honey. You would have been the final choice no matter what. Y'all were only talking to each other. But I understand you wanting to have a solid answer and something solidified. But child, quiet as it's kept, honey, you didn't even need no answer, okay? If these two continue on, they're going to have a relationship of fighting and fucking, okay? Every time they get mad, they're going to be right back cool, and then they're going to fight, and then they're going to fight, and then they're going to, okay? That's just the way it's going to go. Because why do y'all argue so much? It's too early. Like, how many weeks is this show? 12 weeks? Okay, so y'all been talking for 3 months and y'all fussing every time? Or did they stretch the episodes out, honey? Because it could have really been 8 weeks. However many weeks it is, it's too damn soon to be fussing every time we are introduced to y'all. Moving forward. And I'm seeing they panning the camera over to Kayla. Why she over there sitting by herself? Both Brandy and Jamala went up and spoke to their potential connections / her potential connections. Kayla. Girl, this ain't a good look. So Kadian said something to Swayze, right, when she sat down. And he's like, man, you so argumentative, man. That's the problem. You just so argumentative. So, child, now they arguing in public. And she's with the ladies because she's Aggie. He's with Randall. Randall over there mumbling something, honey. Remind me of Mushmouth. Talking about, she love you. She love you. Okay, sir. So he said that he doesn't want an argumentative woman, and he is over it. Yeah, no man wants a fussy woman, okay? No man likes a woman that keeps up a bunch of fuss. If you always fussing, he ain't gonna want nothing to do with it, okay? Because he's gonna see you as not his piece, okay? So whenever you come home, he gonna be waiting on you to fuss. Whenever you call him, he gonna be waiting on you to fuss. And child, that's just not what you want to do. These two are acting like that one high school couple that used to fight all the time and then make up by lunch. And then you be like, I thought y'all broke up. Nah, we talk. Girl, shut up. Child, it's that high school couple. So Tommy rolls up on the scene. Hey, how y'all doing? Don't worry, don't get up. Y'all stay in the shade. Well, where's Samson? So he asked where Samson was, and Sharice told him that, listen, he's not here because I told him he wasn't ready to love. I know that's right, child. So she said she made the best decision for herself. And I feel like she made the right choice for her as well. This is the one time in Ready to Love history that I can say someone choosing themselves made absolute sense. Because y'all know I ain't never seen it for Samson. Not never. So then Sharice gets up and she addresses the group and lets them know, never settle, be true to yourself, and then she exits the journey. Or so I thought. So she get ready to leave, right? And Kadian was like, I have something to say. And so she's like, Swayze, can you come up to the front as well? Girl, what is this? So reluctantly, he comes on up to the front. And she tells them that she felt like, they've built something. But yesterday after their talk, he was in defense mode. And so was she. And she just can't do it. So Swayze is telling her she's argumentative. And so Tommy was like, do you feel like you are? She said, I feel like if we're not laughing and joking, then he don't want to talk about nothing. Oh, child, he like to play all day. Honey, ain't nobody got time to do that. This is a woman that wants a relationship that could turn into a marriage. Ain't nobody got time to be playing with you. She said every time she brings up serious things, then he gets defensive, like she should already know that he chose her. This is so childish. This isn't marriage boot camp, ready to love edition. Okay? It's not couples therapy. This is not that. So why are y'all standing up here airing out your dirty laundry for all of us to hear, for Tommy to counsel? Honey, he can't give you nothing. Y'all might need to go check out Tommy's store. He can't give you nothing. Maybe it ain't nothing Tommy gonna be able to give you. He said, for me, I don't need an insecure woman. Okay, how many times do I have to tell you the same thing? How many times do I have to tell you I chose you? Well, clearly she didn't hear you, or clearly you're not saying it where everybody can hear it, because this is the thing. Maybe they had the conversations behind the scenes, but baby, you need to name me and claim me out in public. Okay, don't just be claiming me behind closed doors, even though, I mean, who else was he gonna claim? Because honey, he been talking to her since the beginning. But anyway, that's neither here nor there, child. That's just a side note. But I think she really wanted him to just say it. And then they paying over. I'm like, child, not Sharice still there for the tea. Ma'am, where is your Uber? I said, Sharice still over there, child. I said, baby, not Sharice still over there ear hustling, honey. So Tommy said, well, I just feel like it's a communication issue. So Swayze said, man, it's too early for all that. She ain't my wife. She's just my friend. So Tommy was like, can we fix it? Here go Randall. Don't be stubborn. Don't be stubborn. Boy, be quiet. You got all this mouth, but honey, you can't make decisions on your own. And when you do, you sound like a toddler. So please be quiet. Okay? So he's like, I'm not willing to fix it. I'm done. So then he asked Katie, and of course she gonna say she done, honey. You're not about to make a fool out of her. Girl, he straight up embarrassed you. That's what you get for getting up and speaking in front of the class. You should have just sat there and had a conversation later. She wanted him to say, let's sit down and talk. Well, girl, why didn't you just pull him to the side instead of making a scene when you first got there? It's probably for the best because the drama is starting way too early and it ain't making no sense. So they leave, they hug each other, and it's playing out all over Instagram. Moving forward. So after they leave, Tommy tells them that this week the men will be introducing them to their family. Child, just get to it. They done met people already. How many more family members do these people have? Kayla, hitch a ride with Sharice and Katie into the house, honey, because we could just choose each other right here. Let me give y'all a song. And so it took me some time. Honey, just get with each other. This don't make no sense. Kayla should have left at that brunch right with Sharice and Katie, and we could have got down with the get down. Brandy, you stand over there with Mike. Jamala, you stand over there with Randall in his sandals or whatever the hell he wearing, his shorts, and we could end this thing. Fade the screen to black and let's head to the reunion. Because, child, the union is where it looks like it's going to be a fool. Child, I can't wait. Anywho, this brunch was a fool. In the next scene, Mike meets with his brother to give him some clarity on who he should choose, so he's meeting Brandy first. Over on the other side, Randall is getting his brother Marcus to meet Kayla. Marcus kind of cute. I said, okay, Marcus, okay. So Kayla rolls up in her vibrant orange, honey, but I wasn't feeling that wig. So Kayla tells his brother that she hasn't been happy with his connection with Jamala. You know, they got a lot going on. So his brother was like, well, what about your spot? She said, well, my spot was number one to begin with, but then he moved somewhere else. Well, that should tell you all you need to know right there. So why are you wasting your time talking to his brother? If you feel like you had a solid connection and then he moved on to someone else, then that's it. Like, I'm not about to stick around and see if you come back this way. No, thank you. So then Brandy arrives to Mike and his brother. She's nervous because she thinks he's gonna drill her. And his brother asks about her relationship history. She tells him she's never been in love or had anything other than situationships. Child, he don't see nothing but a red flag with a wig on. Do you hear me? When she said that, he was looking at her like, say what now? Back over with Kayla and Randall, she's telling him her other connection applied pressure. Girl, what? What pressure did Mike apply? I feel like it's been 2 lackluster connections and you deserve better. Kayla, you're just saying any old thing at this point. Child, she was like, even though he applied pressure, I don't feel like that means that, you know, Randall should just stop. Randall never went to go. Honey, you can't stop if you never was going. She said Randall was saying that it was cool I had another connection when he knew that it was not. So his brother is like, well, I mean, he is a man. And so what? He's a man, and what does that mean? Y'all know what? This double standard kills me. Randall and Mike can have multiple connections, but neither of them want her to have one. Child, they just using her as a placeholder. This is a mess, okay? A whole mess. So back over with Mike and Brandy, Mike's brother is asking her, is it you that causes the relationships not to be relationships? She's like, oh, no, it's never me. He said, oh, okay, so you're perfect. She said, no, but through my experiences, it's not you, it's me. So he said, so what can you improve on? Crickets. Baby Brandy didn't say a word. Do you hear me? Not nothing. She probably don't know what she can improve on because she ain't never went any further than a movie date. Everybody got something with them, Brandy. Everybody got something with them. So once you do finally get into a relationship, you will see what your thing is. Back over with Kayla and Randall. Kayla is telling Randall's brother, she really wanted Randall. That's who she wanted the whole time. Girl, are you sure? So his brother said, well, why? So she gave her answer. So then he asked if she saw herself being with him. And she said, yeah, I can see myself being with him, but I don't know what his intentions are because he won't say them. She said, we just went on a date and he couldn't reassure me, but he wants me to reassure him. So now they having a little fight a little bit, okay? So then Randall goes, well, I mean, if you can't make a decision, then just say that to me. So she says it to him. Girl, he just wants you to say it to him so that he doesn't have to make a decision and can put it on you being unsure. He is full of it, honey, playing a whole Jedi mind trick, and he ain't fooling me. So if he can get you to say, I'm unsure, then he can backpedal and say, well, you know what? Jamala was really serious and she was all about me. She made a decision, so I had to go with the one that was sure about me. Child ain't got time. Moving forward. Back over with Mike and Brandy, his brother is asking about her expectations, and she says she wants to be with him. She wants to be a wife. She wants companionship, and she feels like, he could be her king. Oh, no, ma'am, honey. No, ma'am. Your king is showing his royal goods all over social media, and I'm not sure he's done sowing his royal oats. So you might be his queen to be, but I do not see him as no king, honey. Absolutely not. Maybe Magic Mike is different off camera, but from the show, he is not the first person she should give her all to. And he just ain't it. And girl, that ain't nothing but lust. Moving forward. Back over with Kayla, she says she feels like she's even more torn after meeting with Randall and his brother. And girl, you ain't got to be torn too long. Back with Mike and his brother, after Brandy left, he said, I really like her. But the one red flag was she's never been in a relationship. And she can't identify any of her flaws. Brandy gives a level of immaturity for me. I don't know what it is. She gives me a level of immaturity and not really well versed in adult relationships. But as far as the red flags, you not seeing any flaws in yourself, that could be a red flag. But y'all, we don't want to talk about all the red flags that your brother exhibits, honey. Let's not even go there. Okay. Back over with Randall and his brother, he feels like Kayla is too unsure for him. Child, so is your brother. Boy, hush. Boy, gone. In the next scene, now Mike is meeting with Kayla and his brother. So Mike made sure to order the Pinot Grigio of it all, and he did say that he really liked Kayla. Child, this just came out of nowhere, okay? Back over with Randall and his brother, it's time for round 2, and they go to meet with Jamala, and she comes up. Baby, that mom gave birth to some tall men. Both of them are tall as hell. I saw them walking in the door. I said, okay, y'all are definitely just alike. So then Kayla shows up with Mike, and his brother asked about her backstory. She's telling him about herself, where she graduated from the university and all this good stuff. So they pan over to Jamala and Randall, and she's just now arriving. Baby, Jamala got body for days. The women on this season, I have to say, they had a body for the gods. Do you hear me? Every last one of them was stacked, honey. I loved it. So his brother is asking her, what is their dynamic? Like, do you trust him? And she said, insecurity to me feels like I'm feeling inadequate to the person despite what he tells me. But when I see somebody touching him, that's different. Like my spidey senses are feeling it. So that's real life. That's not an insecurity. It could be, because if y'all are solid and somebody is touching him, you should be secure enough to know that he will handle it accordingly. But I mean, he is Randall, so him and his shorts might make you feel a little bit insecure. Shout out to Issa Rae. Back over with Kayla, she's telling Mike's brother that she wants, something long-term, someone she can build with, and, she wants a family crest that's going to be in the foyer. Child, Mike from the block, okay? The only crest he knows is Crest Whitening, okay? The toothpaste. He don't know nothing about no family crest, honey. Nothing. So him and his brother over there saying, oh, bougie. Okay, I see you. She's like, no, my mom was a real estate broker for 25 years. That's literally the name. She's like, that's the correct term for it. Kayla is giving me Nunu right now from that movie ATL. Nunu want to get her a dude from the other side of the track. She got the family crest at home, and she want somebody a little rough around the edges, aka T.I., aka Magic Mike. Girl, leave this man where he stand, okay? Leave him where he is, because you need to find you somebody else that's on your level, okay? So his brother asks, what value will she add to him? Not what value will she add to him? What value will he add to her? Anyway, so she says she feels like Mike can be so much more. She's like, I see so much more. Like, I want to help refine him. No. Okay? No projects. Nope. I'm telling you from experience, okay? It's okay if you want to show things that are different, but it's almost like build a man. We ain't building no men, honey, because once you start introducing them to the finer things, they take the new and improved version and the wine and the dine of it all to the next heifer. So leave him next to his Hellcat from whence he came. Moving forward. So Mike, when she leaves, he's like, yeah, I like that about Kayla. I like that she gonna show me new things. You should be showing her new things at your big grown age. Boy, goodbye. Back over with Jamala, she says she can see herself with him long term. Of course you can, girl. Randall and Jamala do make a cute couple, though. I ain't gonna hold you. They do make a cute couple, but it's just Randall just so immature. He acts like a kid. It's like my first boyfriend. Like, he don't really know no better. He don't know if he could touch my boob, if he can't touch my boob. He want to ask me for a kiss instead of just trying to give me a kiss. It's too much. Okay? It's just too much. Child, go on, take your olive juice candle and go on head on with Randall, child. So once she leaves, his brother said, Jamala's where it's at. Kayla? Nah. Jamala? Back over with Kayla, Mike's brother's like, you know what, Kayla? You all right with me. So then she leaves, and his brother was like, it's tough because I like them both. He liked how Kayla said that she would pour into Mike and she sees more in him, but he also loved the comfort that he got from hanging out with Brandy. Brandy does seem like the girl you take home that will be the fun one around the family, that will get in the kitchen with your mom and help her cook Thanksgiving dinner that everybody loves. Is that Brandy? Hey, girl. She just seems like an all-American girl that you could take home to your mom. So I can understand how the brother could be a little bit torn, but Mike ain't torn and he ain't fooling me. In the next scene, Randall is taking Kayla out one last time to see what's going on. You know exactly what's going on. So she was like, so what did your brother think of me? He wasn't a fan. He was like, yeah, he felt like you were more about yourself than you were about me. Well, she could say the same thing about you. You haven't given her anything to go on. You want things from her that you're not even giving. She's like, well, he's entitled to his opinion. But what do you feel like? What are you thinking? Like, what do you feel like? What are you thinking? Girl, what? Randall said, I thought it was good. She said, I thought it went good too. Child, this is awkward AF. When I tell you they just sitting here looking at each other, baby, Kayla cutting the hell out of that steak. Do y'all hear me? Kayla was cutting that steak. I'm like, girl, why are you cutting up this man's food for him? Girl, leave him and his shorts at the table. So she cutting up the food and whatever. And she's like, well, what about Jamala? And Randall said, well, he liked her. She said, oh, he liked her. Child, that steak going through hell. Do y'all hear me? So while she cutting that up, they sitting there awkwardly. This is the most awkward interaction I've ever seen on a date. So she finally asks, what are you going to do? Like, just say it. Like, what are you going to? I'm not picking you. After all that time, you just blurt out, I'm not picking you? Kayla, in the illustrious words of Beyonce, thank God he blew it. Thank God you dodged a bullet. He's the best thing you never had. Trust me. Go on home and listen to that child, because he definitely is for the streets. Kayla, please take your refined palate elsewhere. Randall is a joke, okay? He was too cowardly to say what he knew weeks ago. Then the way he said it just threw me all off. I'm not picking you. Okay, sir, calm down. Oh, my goodness. Oh, child. The fact that Randall and his ankles and Mike and his wife beaters are the last two men standing. Child, I'm not about to play with y'all. If this is next season, honey, don't call me. Don't call me. I wouldn't even be sitting there with Randall any longer. Do you hear me? She was like, I'm pissed, but it could be a blessing in disguise. Now I can focus on Mike, which is what I should have been doing all along. It's the delusions for me. So she feels like they can be friends. She's like, well, romantically, I'm not sure. Girl, it's nothing romantically. He just said, I'm not picking you. He already said it. Girl, goodbye. She's like, I guess he's just going to pour into his other connection. Well, I wish them the best. Anywho, Randall made it to the end somehow, and he gonna choose who he wanted to choose anyway, which is Jamala. So it's time for them to meet who they did choose. Child, Randall put on real clothes, honey, but still ain't looking like nothing. It's a big day. It's like picture day at school. Randall got his clothes on. So Jamala walks up to him and he hands her flowers. He tells her, they spent a lot of time together. He had other connections, but she's always been number one. They've become closer. They've been kissing. They've been touching. They've been loving. They've been doing whatever they've been doing. So if she'll have him, he chooses her. So then they pan over the mic. I'm like, go on, tell us these two are ready to love. Because what you panning over the mic for? So then they pan over the mic and he's barefoot. And he's on his way to meet his choice standing in the middle of the beach. I guess it was hard to find shoes to match the outfit. I understand. I got it. So then we see Brandy walking up with all that body, honey, in that bathing suit. I said, baby, get into it. I don't know what kind of day she thought she was going on. He's dressed in his Sunday's best and she got a swimsuit on and whatnot. So he tells her he's drawn to her smile and her sense of humor, her warmth, just everything about her is just easy like Sunday morning. He ain't say that, but honey, I'm just putting some words in his mouth, giving it a little bit of zhuzh, okay? He said he always wonders why she was single all this time, but, you know, at this point, he don't even care. So his answer is in the box. I do like this box, though. I like that box idea, honey. I ain't gonna lie. I really did. So she getting ready to pull it out. They pan back over to Jamala. Jamala is speaking her speech to Randall, and she chooses him as well. Well, duh. Well, I knew that. This was a waste of 5 episodes. We saw that she was going to choose him. He was going to choose her 5 weeks ago. Back over with Brandy and Mike in his 3-piece suit. Brandy opens the drawer to chocolate-covered strawberries, and they say, it's a yes. So it said it's a yes. And I thought that was a very sweet idea, pun intended, because I didn't expect that from Mike. So I have to give him a half a point because I love the box idea. I love chocolate covered strawberries. Okay. I love them. Do you hear me? So if one of y'all want to get close to me, please send me some chocolate covered strawberries. I'm just saying. So of course, Brandy chose Mike. I'm happy for the new couples or whatever it is, child. But I don't like how Kayla got played. And I really don't feel like Randall is serious. I feel like Randall just chose somebody so he can get to the end and hear that theme song. So here we go. So it took me some time to get to the place that you wanted me to be. Oh, now we're ready for the reunion. We're ready to love. And that was the end of the season. Oh, and Brandy said their connection is deeper and stronger, and maybe one day she will be Mrs. Hall. Girl, good luck, Chuck. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. We already knew it was so predictable. It was underwhelming. It was boring. It was predictable. And it was a whole fool. Now, meet me over here on live next Friday, okay? Listen to me. There will not be a Ready to Love pre-recorded show. We will do a live immediately following the reunion part 1. Let's get over here and get into it as we get into it. And just kiki on a Friday night. Bring your refreshing beverage, honey. Get your coziest blanket. Curl on up to your laptop or your phone. And we're going to get into it. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.